You guys are gonna have to bear with me because I'm feeling a little bit ill. But just wanted to say to you that the previous video that I posted about the underperformance Veneno, right? People were saying to me that it's because maybe I've got a faulty one, and it's not. That's why it's not doing what it's supposed to. Because I showed you in my previous video that all my other mods fire this same build at 80 watts, and it does really well. And the Veneno wasn't doing it. You know, Veneno. So yeah, so it's the same chipset as this one, which is my mate's round staying at the moment. He's got Procolour, right? And I have found that it's not my Veneno's faulty. It is the chipset, and it is underperforming because this one, it does exactly the same thing as this. It underperforms. It's not delivering 80 watts of power, or if it is, it's doing it badly. And I'll show you. See? Right, you said, you lot, or some of you said that it's because this one is faulty. It's not faulty. It does exactly the same as this one at 80 watts, right? But everything else that I've got with the same build, this is same RDA, different colour, same build, 0.27 NI80 twisted parallel. Yeah, so it's not, I haven't got a faulty one. They're all like this, and I urge you to compare them side by side with the same build on an RDA against other mods, because it doesn't do it. Right. Minikim Digi-Flavour drop. It's a Brill RDA. I've just recently got it. I might do a little review on this because it's got some awesome features. But right, Minikim 80 watts. Yeah. The smoke stuff, Smok, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't do it. Mine isn't faulty. My Veneno isn't faulty. It just does exactly the same as what my mate's Procolour does. And in fact, there you go. I'll show you something, and you'll be shocked. Right, this is a artery nugget. It's a little pocket mod that I just use for CBD, and that's all. And it only goes up to 50 watts. That's the maximum power you can get out of this, is 50 watts, so I'm running it flat out. So this is the same RDA in the same build that I just took off this Procolour, and you've seen on the Veneno as well. Right, and that's as bad as you would expect. You know, it's a underpowered mod. It's a too lower build for this mod, but I'm getting about the same performance from it as I'm getting from this on 80 watts and this on 80 watts. So let's quickly go back to the Veneno, and bearing in mind that the awesome power of the nugget has warmed the coils a little bit. So I expect to get a little bit more out of it this time. Oh. Well, that's cheating now because I preheated it because the airflow got closed. But right, it was warm already. It's got a little bit more, but it's still got nowhere near. Same RDA, same build. It's got nowhere near. Got nowhere near that. So this isn't faulty. It's doing exactly what it would do out of the box, and it's doing exactly the same as this. They're both the same chipset. The chipset is rubbish. 80 watts doesn't give you 80 watts performance on this, and you have to crank it up to 120 watts to get the same sort of performance as compared to everything else that I've got. same build. You've seen this before on a previous video. I mean, you can hear the difference. It's not popping as hard, it's not firing properly on the Smok stuff. And I'm just going to say outright, don't buy this Smok rubbish. Or if you do buy it, compare it to other mods that you've got on the same build with an RDA, and you will realise that it's seriously underpowered. And it's not that my one is faulty, it's not that the Veneno is faulty or there's a problem with it. All the settings on this are exactly the same, and this is set up exactly the same. Right, the Procolour, it's got the same chipset, it's got the same settings, it's doing the same thing. Right, it's not that my one is faulty, it's that this Smok chipset is rubbish. It is literally rubbish, and everything else I've got does better on the same build with the same RDA at 80 watts. They all do better. This Smok stuff, you're being suckered in by flashing lights and pretty boxes, but you're not getting what you're paying your money for, and there's much better stuff out there. I mean, this slice, this is an ancient mod. This was really high tech about 4 years ago. It was a high tech mod. So this is a Tsunami now, but it's still got the same build, 0.27 build, exactly the same coils, and it's still exactly the same 80 watts. Yeah, so it's not me, it's not anything that I'm doing wrong, it's not that I've got a faulty mod, because this one is exactly the same. So don't buy a Veneno, don't buy a Procolour, don't buy an S-priv. I can't prove about anything else that Smok make, but everything that uses this chipset is a load of rubbish. And you know, people that are telling me different, or saying that I'm doing something wrong, or saying that it's a fault with the mod, no, it's not, because I've tested this one thoroughly now, and it's exactly the same problem. Right, so that's it really, that's the end of the video, and I think I've proved what I set about to prove, that this chipset is not good. You need to run it at 100 watts to get 80 watt performance from any of these other mods. 80 watts. And you can clearly see the difference. So that's all I've got to say really. There was a few people on my last video saying, oh no, they're brilliant, it's fantastic, it's a great mod, best mod I've ever had, I've never had any problems with it. It's not about having problems with it, it's about it not doing what it's supposed to do. So it's as simple as that really. So that's just the end of the video. Don't bother, save your money, buy something better for the same money. The Voopoo drag or the 2 is much better, the Minikin is much better, older mods do it much better. Get a second hand older mod, it's going to do it much better at the same power, 80 watts, it's going to do it. And you can hear the difference when I'm firing these RDAs as well on these mods. The Smok stuff doesn't do it. It's underpowered, it's bad stuff, the chipset's terrible, they look pretty, that's about as much as you can say. If you want a mod with flashing lights and you're desperate for that, and you're like, oh yeah, no, I need a disco mod, I need to go to raves and look at it, well, you know, I need it to be doing all these flashing lights, then that's brilliant, but don't expect any performance out of it, because it's not going to happen. So I'm going to sign off with that, and I hope it proves what I've been saying in my previous video.